morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? Hello, everybody. All right, just so y'all know, I am in the chat. Welcome and good morning. Today is Sunday. I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to go live today since I've been live every other day this week, but I decided to. Plus, I heard somebody saying, I hope she go live. So, I hope she go live. She here, okay? And plus, I was sitting here, and right now it's a nice rainy morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning for those entering the chat. Please hit the like button as soon as you come in. Please hit the like button as soon as you come in. That way you don't have to go back out and do it. The message is just starting. It's 3 people here. Please hit the like button. Welcome and good morning. So I wasn't sure if I was going to go live this morning. Since y'all know I'm dedicated to the weekdays. Aaron, good morning. I see you inside the chat. As y'all come in, please hit the like button. I totally appreciate you guys. We just got here. I'm setting everything up for you guys. And I want to say, y'all see the beginning of the message says, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, Pisces. So you could potentially be doing the same thing, going through the same exact lessons over and over again, wondering why either you keep hitting a brick wall, it's not working, but yet you still keep doing the same exact thing, or somebody else keeps doing the same exact thing and expecting different results with you or around you, and it not working. So I am in the chat. There's 6 people here, 2 likes. As y'all come in, daily rituals and daily habits. If you know I'm going to go live, or you know you're expecting my live, hit the like button as soon as you come in. That way you don't even got to worry about it. Help me help us, the algorithm, okay? So, and I know y'all get sick and tired of people saying that as they're going live, but I get sick and tired of having to tell you. So if you're checking into people's lives, just go ahead and hit the like button. You there to pick up something. Even if you heard something minute or whatever, it's free. The like button is free, okay? And it helps us continue to do the things that we need to do, especially moving forward. Good morning, Aaron. How are you? All right, so 6 people here, 2 likes. Apparently, y'all don't like me. Y'all just come to hear me talk trash, huh? Okay. I like it. Okay, so we're getting everything together. This is what I'm handling right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see y'all coming in. Hit the like button. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Aaron, I love you. I saw you was in the chat, so I knew you was coming. Actually, Aaron, sometime today, if you're, well, either tonight or whenever, I would like to have a one-on-one with you so I can talk to you, because I need to fill you in, girl. Within love and in life and things of that nature, and I would like to get filled in because I know you have a lot of exciting things that you have been working on. I'm very proud of you. Yeah. So you are an amazing person, y'all. Aaron is there. Such an amazing energy, such an amazing person. And so, Aaron, I only want to do a one-on-one because most of the time when everybody's in the chat, it's like a lot of talking going on. And by the time you come in, I probably already done got started getting ready to cuss out somebody or something. But, you know, it just be a lot of chatter. And I want to hear about, you know, all your exciting new news when it comes to what you're doing and everything, okay? And open, okay, open the window, open the door. It's like opening up something, opening up a box. Open is also a beginning. Okay. Aaron, you know how I be in them chats. Like, them chats be going crazy sometimes, and you know, although we mean well, sometimes, you know. Good morning, Michael. I love you. That's my cousin, y'all. He's in the chat as well. And he is in all the chats, in this chat and in the other chat. So he knows how it goes down. All right. Y'all, we got 7 people here for likes. All right. So please hit that like button. Let's get into this message. So something is open. The door is open. The window's open. The gates are open. The lights on. What is that? What's that? We'll leave the lights on for you, Super 8. So somebody must be at the Super 8 hotel. Okay. Aaron, I know you know, because, I mean, I know you done been in some of them chats where stuff be going crazy, and sometimes people can't even get a word in, so, you know. We just be observing and watching them and observing, okay? So that's the thing where I feel like we are right now, watching and observing and watching anything and everything that's around us. All right, we got a Queen of Wands energy here. You can always call on your natural confidence. And also, I feel like everything you have worked for is coming together. So after a time of where things may have not been going right, failure, imperfection, lack of fulfillment, unfinished, emptiness, grief, or for a missed opportunity. So it says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's the saying. So maybe switching up, because I hear switch your pitch up. So switching something up, even if it's like slight little details, which is also giving me now 4th dimension energy. So we got a 4th dimensional being playing around in a 3D, which is coming off as a little trickster energy here. Okay, so 4D entity, 4D being manipulating the system on the 3D realm. So doing little tweaks, little things that seem like quirky to somebody. I don't know why, but I hear I'm not elf on the shelf. So somebody might think that you're an elf on the shelf, or somebody trying to put you on a shelf. So I don't know how we switch gears like really that quickly, but okay. Something changed. So the minute you put in or apply something different, then things change. So it's like, or maybe somebody trying to tweak something every time. So lately it's been a thing I've been saying, like, we kind of been replaying certain years over and over again. Like they're saying, even with the election before. So something about 2020, we were replaying 2020 over again, or some weird mess. Because it seems very weird. But it's like the things that you were going through back then, you're going through right now, and it's 2024. And so it's almost like an energy trying to like tweak something little by little until they get it right. And it seems weird because just like they say, if it's little changes, maybe somebody might not notice it, but sometimes because once it was changed, you don't know how much other stuff has changed. So if it changed for me, then it changed for you. And it's kind of hard to kind of put everybody's reality back in the same way or back in the same light. So sometimes you may notice a little tweak, like how did that get here when I'm the only person here? I know I didn't move it. Or maybe you haven't lapsed in memory. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is it seems like there's a little tricky energy back and forth. And it's almost given, and the way it's given is like a tennis match. So I don't know if that's somebody that likes tennis or if that's like the reference that they're giving. It's like a back and forth thing. Like if I tweak this little bit here, then maybe I can put this back into alignment. And maybe it has something to do with the way you feel about somebody or a situation or somewhere that you're supposed to go. Because if somebody was meddling and has put you slightly off track, and I'm only going to say slightly because you're always where you need to be. So somewhere in the realm, somewhere in the ballpark, somewhere in the vicinity is fair game, right? Because you're still going to get to the same destination. It might just take you to go across the river instead of the lake or something. I don't know. Or a little walking bridge instead of the big car bridge. That form or fashion, right? So once it changes for you, it changes for me, it changes for everybody else around. So how are you going to put everything back the same? You can't. So somebody notices little different tweaks and patterns and things of that nature, and then you start to realize, like, hold on, what happened to the 4D? Why is it that nobody talks about the 4D? How come everybody jumps from 3D to 5D? what happened to the 4D. So it's almost giving a vibe like the 4D being, or whoever's manipulating in the fourth dimension, is basically doing things to wipe clean a little bit. And I'm going to use it in two different forms, only because I got it in two different forms, because it came in the form of your memory, but it also came in the form of like wiping down a crime scene. So like if you have done a crime and you don't want nobody to know, you would be probably very meticulous in the way that you wipe down everything. You would probably be all in the cracks and the crevices. Even though you probably would still miss something, you would probably want to almost make sure you ensure that you touched every bit, crevice, a corner of that room or that area. All right, so if it comes in the form of your mind and wiping your mind clean, I gotta make sure I only wipe away only the part that pertains to this situation, because you don't want to start messing with somebody's memory on a different, like in different areas, because it just would. But along in with that, so a person trying to target what they erase, or a person's trying to target what gets cleaned or what gets wiped away, still misses something, because there's always something that gets missed. And it either makes it so you can't remember certain things, or it makes it so you can remember more, because as you know, sometimes little glitches, like people have had like injuries, head injuries or something, and then all of a sudden it turns them into a superhuman or something, and they can start remembering stuff from like the day of conception. Like, I remember I was in my mother's womb and my dad's sperm came barreling in, and it, like, dog, you had no eyes, but you know, we have DNA, and so it's believable because it would be in your DNA. Once it hit, it would be in your DNA. So like somebody just saying, okay, I can remember every past life that I've ever had. Like as many times as I've been to Earth, say I've been to Earth 136 times. 32 is really what I wanted to say, but then somebody's given 56. So, or 53, somewhere around there, because 53 keeps being a thing as well. Either way, I think that's like somebody trying to plant something subconsciously also in your mind. It's almost like me sitting here, right? And as y'all know, we have these little dumb, you know, which BITCH practitioners. So it would be in the form of somebody sitting here, I'm doing my reading live, and them trying to implant stuff into my brain. Because since I'm live, you can hear my voice. All they would have to do is try to meditate on a certain type of thing, right? And then I say it. Or what they could potentially not know is that works both ways. So when somebody's trying to tap in and they're sending messages, then that means everybody else can too, because we're all interconnected. So only one person has to do it, and then somebody else can. It's basically like absorbing the energy is more or less what it is. So once somebody else gives it out, it is like, or you think it's almost like putting on a suit. And some people can master that very well. Some people can master it exceptionally. Some people can't do it at all, period. But it's almost like the thing where, and it's funny because in the group, we kind of do it a lot to each other. So one person is cooking something, then we find out the other person cooked it too. Or one person did something and then we find out the other person did it. Because once we start entangling with others' energies, we start embodying and carrying on behaviors of those people. All right, so you can't get everything right when you transferring is the whole point of that. And so somebody realizing it and somebody is like observing it and they're saying, okay, so I noticed that this happened, or I noticed that this happened, I noticed that this happened. And then now when I started asking questions about this, nobody has an answer. But since I thought it, now it exists, okay? And all I have to do is say it to bring it to life. because once it's put out in the air, that's the conception of a thing. Once it's put out into the air, somebody else is. That's why they say like the power of life and death is in the tongue, because once you speak it, it's cast. And I'm also wondering about the same thing about thoughts, because once the thought is cast, like in casting a spell, once you thought about it, now it's already cast. So that's like the lottery connection. Everybody has a firm belief that they are meant to win the lottery. A lot of people look at it as, okay, I could be meant to win the lottery, that is like the Powerball, the Mega Millions, the this. Some people don't realize they hit the lottery when already, and that could be just something that was already implanted. You hit the lottery because you actually are here, and maybe something could have happened, or was supposed to happen. With the DNA, with the genes, you may have hit the lottery, the winning ticket. It's in your blood, it's coursing through your veins. So you have a energetic field surrounding you that is so wealthy and abundant, you just attract good things. So just imagine though, because you attract good things, and you being exactly what I just explained to you, like somebody that can absorb energy. So when you know you're designed and destined to attract good things, you need to be mindful and careful. But if you don't realize it, like as to what's happening, like your connections with other people, because you are absorbing energy, you're absorbing their energy. And their energy, their DNA is not as lucky as yours, or as blessed as yours. Favor ain't fair. Be mad at God, okay? Or go talk to God about it, period. Because that's what it says. Favor ain't fair. God just chooses who he chooses. The energy is the energy. But the thing is, you were already chosen at birth. You were chosen before you even got here, before this even started. Because it also says, I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. So I knew you before you existed, because apparently if he knew you, then that meant you had to come into this realm. Once the thought was there, everything else had to fall in line. Because if I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb is actually and really a thing, then that means that once the thought of you crossed across God's mind, you already existed. You already were here. You just didn't exist on this realm, but you already existed because you were a thought. If that makes any sense, okay? Point being, once the thought is cast, that's how a spell starts. You cast it. That's the opening of something. And now that you know what you are and who you are and whose you are, because again, I don't know if y'all ever, and y'all can look this up, because it talks about when you go back that God formed itself. So Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, whatever you call it, source, it formed itself. It formed itself through a frequency. And the frequency had to have been a thought, because again, once you think it, as it is so. It says also, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think that you ain't SHIT, then guess what you're going to be? If you think that you're always going to be held down by society and its rules, then you will be. If you think that the situation or the circumstance that you're in right now is going to be the death or the life of you, then it will be. So once you think it, it already exists. So now imagine a little being, and I know y'all probably think this is just all over the place, but maybe it is, maybe it ain't, maybe it's clear. But if you have a little being trying to wipe away, erase bits and pieces of your reality itself, then things may get a little confusing, and it may also take you a little bit longer to explore the actual conscious fact of who you are, what energy you possess, and what type of light being you truly are. So this is part of my discovery, right, in the process. Your DNA is blessed. You know that you're supposed to be abundant, like abundance follows you. But sometimes little things, little quirks here and there kind of, you know, step in. You got to watch the energy, the people who you're around, the people who you're swapping energy with. And this is also a thing, because sometimes we only see surface deep on people. So we may think a person's a good person, but if you actually stop and like try to focus on the energy coming off that one person and the interactions that you have with that one person, energy like me starts to pay attention to how I'm responding. Like, what is my behavior around that person? Because what I come to find out is that I'm mimicking an energy, because that's a gift, that's a talent. So then I start to realize, like, okay, because I have patterns, and this is where I keep telling y'all patterns are important for yourself. This is where rituals are important for yourself. So if you know you get up every morning, and I'm going to keep repeating it because it's like the same thing. If you know you get up every morning, you make your bed, you brush your teeth, you do something to your face 3 times or something, just to make sure you're grounded and you are who you are and where you are, because you do this thing. Then you take a shower, get dressed for the day, pray, take your vitamins, do this. If you do those things over and over and over and over and over again, and then all of a sudden now somebody else is around and you feeling super duper lazy, or you overeating, or you eating stuff that is not, it's absorption of somebody else's energy. So first thing you do, you got to see who you're around. And even in the process of this, because you're learning who you are, or, you know, gifts and talents, it's like certain things you might not pick up on as quickly. But once you start to realize it, then you can start saying, okay, so now I realize I did that. So how do I start to block other people's energy? Or how do I start to block or only pick up what I want to pick up? I don't want to transfer any energy with anybody anymore. I just want to be in my own energy. So you start to make that an affirmation for yourself daily, every day. I don't want to be in anybody else's energy. I only want to be in my energy. But being energy beings, sometimes we don't even realize our energy has already traveled millions of miles away. All right. So if there's life on another planet and you thought it, then you could be swapping energy with extraterrestrial. Okay. And that could be the reason why a lot of us think we are not from here. Because how could we be? Because these people on Earth are freaking despicable. Like, I would never want to be like any of those people. So I gotta be different. Either way, how do you now pull that energy back in? Because you didn't even know you were sending that. But then, because you're doing that, that's how we get into the other realm. And we started this with 4th dimension. So now your energy's in another dimension. Intergalactic being or something, or interdimensional being can now feel your energy or see your light. And now I want that. I want that. But we don't even exist on the same realm, sir, ma'am, or you, whoever. So just because you want something don't mean you can have it. But, you know, if you are an energy of I can have what I want, then call it to you. But some things we shouldn't call towards us. And that's the thing. Good morning, Keitsa. And as y'all know, I've been calling on a energy. So because I keep saying I want to meet somebody, and then I got to realize, okay, now you're calling in things. You're magnetic. So you're magnetic and you're being open, but you also have to be mindful of what you're being open to and for. It's probably already too late, the portal that I opened or what I asked for, but guess what? I asked for it. So, and I kept asking for it. And I'm just speaking for me, but y'all could be doing something different anyway. But the point of it is one, learning you gifts, talents, 4th dimensional being is what it's basically talking about, or what it's saying. Noticing when the shifts are happening or when things are happening. When you leave a situation or person, place, or thing, because going here, something's open, but walking away from something and leaving it where it is. Move from your problems and be mindful of what you take. So a hitchhiker. I know y'all probably thinking like, okay, so baggage. Let me not take what this person did to me in this relationship and put it off on somebody else because everybody's not the same. This person is not going to do me the way this person is going to do me. Yeah, that's true, right? That could all be fine and dandy. But how about this type of hitchhiker is what I'm getting, or this type of baggage? An entity attachment in a past relationship, and I mean this lifetime, not the past life relationship. I mean an entity attachment in this lifetime. Say you was with well, I don't know why I hear Ricky. So Ricky or Ricardo, but it could also be Ricky Raccoon. So the raccoon showing up again. I don't know who this mother sucker is, but apparently this raccoon thing must be important. So an entity attachment. So you're in a relationship with Joe Schmo. Why is my nails dirty like that? You're in a relationship with Joe Schmo. And so Joe now has picked up a entity attachment, because spirits jump. And depending upon what type of entity attachment, because as y'all see what we have here, the devil at the bottom of the deck, you're only limited by what you believe is possible. So some people will probably never get out of this because you're only limited by what you believe is possible. And they'll say, we gotta be in the reality world, but the fourth dimension does exist. So the reality of it is, go look it up. It exists. So now what? Do we know if we can cross realms with something or someone? The world may never know. But the answer is probably yes, because if why am I cussing? See, you did good, child. Astaghfirullah. Okay, so if what is it? Freaking exorcisms exist in the church, that means that's an entity attachment. So you pick up an entity or energy from somebody, and most of the time it's through touch, like skin touch, okay? And then you'll notice like people just walk up to you randomly or something, like, because again, entities and beings, they know who they're targeting. It says we're dealing with principality. So it's not the person, it's the other stuff that we're dealing with, because people be talking about the devils and the demons, but we don't realize the devils and the demons be standing right in our face, and they come in the form of friends and family. And if this person has now picked up an entity or an energy attachment, right? And we don't know because you might not be able to see it. But some people are gifted to be able to look a demon straight in the eye and see it. Some people are gifted to feel an energy like that is different from the energy that was there. Most people probably actually are, except for the fact that they just, say, I just had a bad feeling about that or about that person. Yeah, that was it. That was the thing. So it's having some discernment and trusting your intuition. When something don't seem right or feel right, it ain't right, period. Don't let nobody trying to convince you that it is, because your spirit is not going to go around it. And then have you ever done something, right, and you said, I knew I shouldn't have believed that person, I knew I should have done that, I instantly went into it, but I let this person convince me that they was such a good person or they was such a good this, but now it's too late. They done already did the thing. And all we had to do was believe what we felt about the person or the energy or the situation from the beginning. And sometimes it might be a thing where, okay, you being too hasty. But this is where getting connected with your star player, which is you, is important. Knowing the signs, the telltale signs. Oh, I know what happened now. Okay, so all right, y'all, that was just a huge ass reality awakening for me. And I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but sometimes even when I'm doing these readings or lives, I have to go back and replay them. So if something happens in the reading or the live that makes me think like, okay, you gotta really pay attention or focus on something, then I actually go back. I try to listen to all of them, but lately it's been a lot. And so, but I go back because sometimes I just be talking, going through the reading, it just happens, and I don't know what I said during the time, but it be really, really important to something that I was going through, and that seems to be the thing, because it's like an epiphany. You having an epiphany, but oh, that's what that was. So, and so now I'm replaying something back in your mind, because it's like it gives you the telltale sign, like when I thought a person poisoned me and I couldn't prove that a person poisoned me, right? But then my brain started replaying, and this is where I said, like, the fourth dimensional being doesn't realize, or maybe it does realize, because maybe it's trying to help you, because it might not want you to experience that type of heartbreak or that type of sadness. So if it's erasing parts of your brain that they just trying to do the tweak or whatever, but it's like closing off. So technically also, I'm wondering if that is another, maybe it could be another you in a different reality or in a different timeline. So it could be that too. So if somebody thought that, then the answer is yes. Um, and you could be tweaking things to make it so that your healing process is a lot easier or smoother, because what if you did something majorly wrong after you realized something, and then the you from somewhere else had to actually is trying to adjust it? So that would be the reason why certain people get different images of you, and that would also be the reason why, like, one person would say, oh, do you know Anthony? And somebody would be like, Anthony who? Anthony this person. And oh yeah, I know him, this person is such an amazing person, this, that, and the third. And then the other person says, Anthony? Like, what you mean? Anthony is this, and they just start describing the most despicable person, and then they give you the story along with it as to why they think that. And in your mind, Anthony has been the most loving, sweetest person under the sun, but now because you had this conversation with this person, now you're starting to look at Anthony a little bit different. You don't realize you let that person influence your thought pattern about Anthony. But it could be intentional. So you're only limited by what you believe is possible. If you know things have not been going right, being right, or doing right, and you know, like, you just can't put your finger on it, like, I don't know why this is happening, but something just don't seem right about it. Things just don't line up. It's almost given like that's the type of energy that's being given here. So it's like magic, because all I hear is magic school. Like, this whole entire time you've been going through magic school, and didn't realize you've been being initiated by a secret society of people, because they just wanted to play in your face and see if you could figure this out, or to see if you actually had any gifts or talents, or any real gifts or talents, because it's almost given like what is that? The freaking circus magicians or something. So everything is fake. Nothing is real. Everything is just a test. Be mindful of the test, because it's like FBI school, where they take you the most important jobs in the world. They have to always test you to find out if you can actually really, handle the stress of the job. So, you done seen the movies where the FBI recruit is going through all these tasks or something, this, that, and the third, and then you realize they've been in a simulation this whole entire time, and they've been playing with this person's head in their mind, trying to figure out if they could finish the course in order to get initiated into the FBI or something. But this is like magic school, crash course. If you make it, you make it. If you do, that's great. If you don't, you die. My bad. That was the game. Like, what type of shit is that? That's almost giving, like, I'm gonna put you in a place, right? And hopefully you win. Hopefully you get out of here. But if you don't, you, it was good for playing. Like, that don't even make no sense. Thank you for playing the game, but you didn't know you were playing. And the end result, if you make it, kudos for you. Everybody comes out clapping, you know, oh, you did the best job ever. We knew you were going to make it. But then if you didn't make it, the people that perish, yeah, they were such a nice guy. Too bad they didn't know they were playing. And yeah, like, that seems crazy. We got Banji. Good morning, Banji. And top of the day to you, ma'am. Coffee and watching spring take over outside is such a great vibration. Stay blessed. Amen. I know that's right. All right, so if you win, kudos to you. If you don't, which is, you know, you don't exist on this realm anymore, then, so you know how the people say the game of life. And yesterday in that other live, it was talking about board games. Somebody playing a board game. Somebody got bored, so they decided to play a game with you, play in your face. Yeah, get somebody else to do it. Either way, the game has already begun, and now you're in a, oh, what a tangled web we weave. When at first we practice to deceive, when you're playing with, I don't know why, this is giving me 99. So 99, and then it's like 66, because y'all see 6. I'm sure y'all see the 6s. But for some reason, it's giving upside down, and as I'm doing this, and I don't know why I just had that energy spike. It's super duper hype. Like I want to say a kid, look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay, you solved the problem. Or it's like a dog, like you give a dog a treat after they did a good thing. So it's weird because it's like the energy is playing, and that's why I kept getting cat and mouse. The energy is playing. It's like a little trickster game. It says, listen to your inner voice when making choices. Do y'all see this? So I don't know if y'all can see this card, but then it's this card. So I'm going to slide it up. Well, because it's just the one card that's down. But anyway, I'm going to slide it the way the whole thing is. But it says, listen to your inner voice when making choices. So there's a choice that you have to make. And for some reason, it gave me Matrix, red pill, blue pill. You have to make a choice. But see, the problem is, and the problem that people have to always run into with me is, I don't have to do nothing. Because it's like, I always, and it's funny because my dream job, I wanted to be an attorney. Like, if I had anything that I wanted to do in life that I haven't done, because everything else was done, that was the only thing. That was the only thing that I have not checked on my to-do list. I wanted to be an attorney. So the thing is, I'm not going to choose anything because of the fact that I got to know both sides of the thing. And why can't I play the middle? Because there's always gray. So in order to get from black to white, in the middle is gray, and there's variations in different shades of gray. So depending upon who or what side, you know, I'm on, meaning of the argument or of the debate, then I'm going to give the best argument I can, whether, so it's like devil's advocate. You come up with a good thing and I say, yeah, but on the other side of that, this is this. Because as we know, as above, so below. And so certain people, certain energies, and it's giving me wizard here. So a wizard have to play the middle ground, because as above, so below. And nothing happens unless it happens in the middle. So whereas a lot of people know or feel like you got to choose this or that. I got to choose the light side or the dark side. I got to choose the red pill or the blue pill. I'm choosing to mix them things up. Let's dump them out, pour them on the table, mix them up, and let's see what happens. What do you get when you do that? So instantly, I'm annoying to people. Because, yeah, why not? Let's mix the shit up and let's figure out what it creates with that. Comes what? Red and blue makes purple? Well, I want the purple pill. Shit. All right. Uh-oh. That's the new magic. All right. Y'all like it. See? We got beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. Okay, so now that you know some things, beautiful little worm, I need for you to take care of yourself because it's giving rescue mission. All right? So, take care of yourself because you've been abandoned. Take care of yourself because you've been left alone. Take care of yourself because at magic school or at college, you got to go by yourself. So we're not even going to say magic school. We're going to say you being placed into like high school or elementary school or whatever school you feel like you completed. So whatever initiate level that you're at right now, you being placed alone. Because why not? That's the only way you're going to figure it out. So it's like somebody, what they say, you can't fight your way out of a wet paper bag. That means that somebody already knew you was destined to fail, but they didn't realize you was born and bred to win. You can't take that. Like when you were born, you were chosen. I said that already. So even if somebody thought that you would fail because they put you in a wet paper bag or a wet satchel or whatever that was made out of magic paper that didn't rip, even though it was wet and it should have been easy to break out of, they thought you would fail. Let me put this person in a box. I know they're going to fail. Let me do this to this person because they're not going to step outside of the box ever to do anything. Well, you fucked around and found out. That's not always the way that it works, because sometimes when there's courage, like a person is like a go-getter, like, or ambitious, that's the word. So an ambitious person, if you put them in a box, right, but their DNA says you are destined to win, you're destined to be the greatest of all times, you're destined to be successful in all your endeavors. And then because you were initiated under false pretenses, you got put in a box. And the box says, you don't do this, you don't do this. But your win is on the other side of that box. Your DNA is going to tell you, oh, I got to step outside of that box. Even though you might be teetering at that line for a hot little minute, because you might be like, well, what's going to happen if I move to the other side? What is going to happen if I just decide to come out of my comfort zone? What is going to happen if I do something different? Because again, y'all got to remember, we started this because doing the same thing and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So because you were taught how to do a thing didn't make it right. Especially not for you, because if your DNA says there's so much more for you, that box was designed for them people. So we're going to keep them in it. And although you might still want to stay inside of a box, but your box gets bigger and it gets bigger and it gets bigger and it gets bigger and it gets bigger. Like your gifts and your talents and your blessings. The box can always grow. So even it's like looking at it even in that way in confinement, because to me, it's like when somebody says, I'm going to put you in a box, to me, it feels small. But then again, this is where I keep saying I get on people's nerves, because in my mind, I can make that box as big as I want. I can make that box big enough to fit the whole globe, the earth in it. And then I got a box and a whole big old circle inside of my box. So again, I see why I get on people's nerves, because I just don't want to settle for whatever it is they're trying to give me. Get somebody else to do it. Because Earth School is a blessing. You got sent here to learn. You're only going to learn by doing. You have to do. So at this point, if you let people confine you into a small box, can you really say you ever lived your life? Can you really say that you maximized Earth School, or that you went outside to do anything other than what somebody told you to do? So you're being confined to a small place when you can create a big place. You're only limited by what you believe is possible. The biggest thing that the devil can do is trick you into thinking that you're confined to a small place. Our minds are vast. Our minds can do a lot. It's just all in what your imagination can hold. And we're like amazing people. We're resilient people. And so sometimes if we can just get a different perception or a different perspective, or step back or move into a different area or a different location, the windows open, the gates is open, the journeys open, the pathways open, you're able to access everything that you need and move on. Be mindful. So we got back here again with the entity attachment. If a person had an entity attachment and they were trying to connect to you, that's baggage. So dealing with the entity of a person coming along. So now it's like somebody that's wearing a mask. And so it's the representative that shows up, but you don't realize the representative is a freaking demon, a devil, a fourth dimensional being, something that basically is not human, but it resides in the human. So what is that? The human would be the host, and then the entity would be the parasite. So you got to watch what type of energy you swap with people. So you absorbing a parasite. So back to that. All right, absorbing. So take care of yourself. We got Alice in a Sea of Tears. Cast out. This reading is different. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but this reading is different. Alice in a Sea of Tears. Cast away out your death, feeling abandoned. And I said that about being abandoned. So you're beautiful little worm, take care of yourself. And then now we got this. And that's exactly what I said. You've been abandoned, left by yourself. And y'all, I didn't even see that. I just actually flipped that card over. So more absorption. And this is where things get a little crazy. Wow. This says challenges, use your imagination. I just said that. You're only limited by what you believe is possible. So put on another suit. Put on another suit. So use your imagination. It's like being a superhero of your own dream. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And so because we have to save ourselves, we have to realize who we are. That's why you get stuck and abandoned by yourself, because of the fact that, again, I'm going to go to FBI school when I'm trying to teach you and level you up, because, you know, Earth School, Magic School, when I'm trying to teach you, level you up, I got to make you think. And so if we're here and our imaginations are what gets us into the next phase or into the next level, into the next school, and it passes us from grade to grade, then if there's challenges happening, and I know it's easier said than done, because you like, I can imagine being a millionaire, but it's also like I said, put on the suit, embody the energy. And I know, again, that may be hard, because guess what? A millionaire would be putting on $1 million suit. That could be putting on $1 million attitude and a skin, like the mindset. So again, once you imagined it, it's already cast. I'm a billionaire, I'm a millionaire. But sometimes we be aiming too slow. Too low too. Or maybe aiming too slow, because I did say that. It's like there's this game, and it's like you got to pull this string or something. Well, it's on your phone, so it's weird. Either way, you got to make sure you hit the target. And so if it's spinning slow, then you got to wait, be very precise when you hit the mark. But if it starts to spin fast, you got to kind of let go before the thing comes in order for it to hit. So maybe they're saying you got to let go of it first. So you got to because you got to remember, if it's spinning like this, like a circle, then the flag would be coming this way, and you would have to time it perfectly here to shoot the arrow to hit the the flag. So I said aiming too slow. So maybe you should be going ahead of the way. Yay, in my deep voice. I know, Kevin, because I'm looking at this and I'm like listening to this, and I definitely really want to go back and re-listen because this is different. And like I said, it's giving me like thoughts and a epiphany, like things happening coming out of nowhere. And again, like I said, the other part was I kept hearing somebody say, "Is she coming?" Like for me to come and do a reading. And today's Sunday, and I told everybody yesterday I wasn't sure if I was going to do the reading. I mean, I'm dedicated and trying to be dedicated to the weekday readings and the Saturday reading, but I didn't know if I was going to come and do this live today. But I'm thankful and I'm glad that I did because this reading is different. We got Beauty and the Beast. You need some space in a relationship. And again, it's giving me 4D because it's like somebody breathing down your neck, but you don't even know they breathing down your neck. Like, give me 50 feet, dog, back up. Somebody thinking that they're doing the right thing for you. Meanwhile, they're just hindering your process because you're doing it the way you want to do it. And they want you to kind of do it the way they want to do it. But we don't even exist in the same realm, sir, ma'am. So we have Beauty and the Beast here. You need some space in a relationship. And again, that's spiritually trespassing. So somebody definitely spiritually trespassing against you, but it's not a someone, it's a something, an entity attachment. So somebody having an entity attachment, and this entity definitely craving your energy because it then came leaps and bounds across dimensions and portals and whatnot. And now it has to continue to keep touching skin in order for it to like get connected with you. You said cap, Dallas, Kevin. So what's the cap? So that type of connection. You need some space. It's spiritually trespassing. All right, so we got the Golden Phoenix here. Something you thought finished bursts back into life. So something that you thought was over comes back. It's like a restart. Why you delete it? What you say? Something you thought finished bursts back into life. So we got 11, 12. 11 and 12, that's a level up. I meant to say Capricorn. Let me see. All right, so what we got? Yeah, one card is Capricorn, the other one is Aquarius. All right, so you could potentially be dealing with any one of those energies. Strange companions in stranger places. Strange companions in stranger places also gives me again. So I don't know why we have in a fourth dimension like interdimensional being energy happening here, but apparently it's like clarity and revelation happening. So somebody hopping dimensions, but I feel like somebody opened the portal to allow the entity and the entity attachment to them. I will watch over you, not realizing you are heavily protected. I feel like it's like giving Fort Knox. So like it's locked down like Fort Knox. Technically, whatever you see in the building, everything happens below. So I will watch over you, and again, as above, so below. So they're watching in heaven and they're watching in hell. Cause all I'm getting is somebody is fucked up. Or somebody has fucked up. And again, here they go with the you must choose. So again, in my case, it would be somebody realizing, oh, I fucked up, because if we telling her she gotta choose something, she's never gonna do that. Because that's the middle ground. Like I was allowed to be there. So yeah, take it how it resonates for you. That's on period. All right, so y'all gotta choose. All right, or you can choose the middle ground, or you could choose whatever it is you want to choose, but they saying you gotta choose. Oh, and the other thing this morning was you're breaking the rules. So the rules are being broken right now. But what rules are you talking about, ma'am, sir? The rules are created by the architect. So if I'm the architect of this ship, then I'm creating the rules. So I can't be breaking the rules, my own rules. Or maybe somebody wants you to break your rule. And see, that could be a thing too, because did you see this? Kevin said this like a movie. I know that's right, Kevin. Let's go ahead and get under production underway. And so if y'all see this story anywhere, just remember that I wrote it, and then we're going to have to go to the judge about it, you know, because It's mine. I'm just joking. But once I said it, guess what? It exists now. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? All right, sorry guys. I don't know how this keeps being a thing. All right, so we're back here. All right, y'all. Again, once the spell is cast, once the words are, or the thought, because literally it said I knew you. So again, I'm gonna say it. It's the thought. Once the thought has been put out there, it's easy for somebody else to pick it up and receive it. Somebody that's on my frequency, because of the fact that it only takes one of us to think it. It only takes one of us to do a thing. So putting on a suit, I've been over here loving the fact that once I heard that, and once it just settled in my mind, and I'm thinking, okay, so twin, if my twin is out there in the world, or wherever my twin is in the world, I hope they work out, because good Lord, only one of us got to do it. Banji said, I watched this movie, lights, camera, and action. Yes, and how about we produce it? Like, let's all get together, the people who want to be involved in film and movie, and let's start to produce our own stuff. And we always can talk about it, but you know, it's the thing when we follow through and we do it is what makes it, you know, good. So I feel like once I am allowed to go out, because as y'all saw and as y'all see, I'm still sitting here, and I was talking about I was about to be outside. Um so something happening in the process, but I keep telling y'all, anytime somebody tries to come near me, it's like the universe says, no, I'm not gonna let that happen. So I'm sitting here, and I'm sure y'all heard the live last night, and Jessica's on her way back to California. So nothing happened, not from where I'm sitting and concerned. I love Jessica, and you know, she's welcome to come back if, you know, whatever. So that's neither here nor there. But the point of it is trying to figure out why the universe wants me in isolation and in seclusion. And along with this kind of gave me a different perspective or thought process on things as well. But I've been telling everybody that since for the past 2 years, since I got rid of the person. I don't know if it's a spell or if it's just this is what the universe is doing, to keep people out of my energy and to keep people away from me until I learned or figured out some stuff, or until I'm figuring out some stuff. So even when I'm saying it to y'all, or when I'm going through it, that's why I said I need to go back over this reading, because literally it seems like it could potentially shed light on some of the questions that I have even been asking. And y'all see this card says epiphany, and I said it gave me an epiphany. And I done pulled several cards related to exactly what I was saying. And like I said, we were trying to figure out, or I'm trying to figure out, like, what's happening. Y'all, my chats are going crazy. So if you want to get in the chat on Instagram, y'all have to find my page, Golden Girl 302, because all that ringing is from the chats. Like, one phone then died. So, and I don't know whether or not they realize, and it's so weird because I keep putting in the chat I'm going live, so then that way they don't start ringing the daggone phones like that. So I don't know if they not reading it or something, but I literally put in the chat that I'm going live. So they hard headed in there too. So I don't understand why they clearly ain't reading and they clearly ain't looking at the live. So we got supernatural, inexplicable, miraculous, and otherworldly. Like I just told y'all, you're only limited by what you believe in. And so I just gave y'all, like they just was saying, it sounds like a movie. But literally it just is whatever my spirit is doing this morning, and that's what it's giving me, and that's what it's saying to me. And so that's also another thing, like we just talked about, somebody seeing this. I could have somebody in here, because Y'all explain to me why I got like 3 phones in here. Well, first of all, my new phone came and I still haven't like even like put my activated it or anything. So I'm not even sure if I needed a phone technically. I probably just need one to be outside because being in the house, well, and Wi-Fi, because like the phone being on Wi-Fi is important. And y'all forgive me that, you know, but we here for a little minute, or I can just get off because I've been here for an hour, but I just feel like I want to stay here for a minute. Um, because I don't feel like we're done yet, but it's a lot of stuff starting to happen, a lot of energy being sent. And so we can already see what's happening, even on the flip side of that, because what is the problem? All right, Keisha, y'all, I can't see y'all in the chat, so I'm not ignoring anybody. I just needed to charge up my phone, and then I went and got the other phone, and that one was surely dead as well. Okay, so we're trying to get back on here, and then I got to see what's happening with the folks. All right, inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly. We have burnt by the sun here, ambitious, extension, and reach. So somebody overextending their reach, and like I said, that's spiritually trespassing. I let everybody know in the chat that you were doing a live. Who was ringing the phones, and what's the problem? All right, so we got knowledge, study, learning, education here. So again, exactly what I just said, because I've been using school and analogies. And craving, compulsion, and obsessive. Somebody obsessed with your energy, obsessed with your time. We got 2, 39, 28, 3, and 21. All right. Knowledge is given. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Knowledge is male, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. Knowledge, wisdom. Wisdom, yes, it is, because wisdom is woman. Being wise. It was Jessica and East. Is Jessica okay? Did she make it to where she needed to be at? So let me see. So understand knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So understanding who you are, what you are, that you have free will. So on this realm, again, you have free will. You can do sovereignty. Why is that given like what is that called? When you have it's diplomatic immunity. Okay, diplomatic immunity happening. And so sovereignty, independence, and free spirit. Do what thou will, but do no harm. Okay. So learning whatever it is that you need to do or that you should do. Because again, I hear your traditions, your morals, your values, the things that you like, the things that you the thing, because I want to say require, but that's not the word. The things that because it's like your DNA, like you being the entity or the being that is in charge of now, like the new ancestor. So we have the old ancestors. We got 1717. So the new ancestors from 1717. As long as I'm not hurting nobody. That's right. Do what thou will, but do no harm. That's what it says. Do what thou will, but do no harm. All right. What is she saying? Who is calling? So somebody else is calling. All right, what's happening here, y'all? The phones are going crazy. Because my phone is ringing again. Who is that? And why is the phone not picking up? All right, I don't know why my phone is not picking up now. And it looks like it's on. It's on talking to somebody, but why is it calling? Am I calling or are they calling? All right, let me not call nobody. Stop calling. All right, y'all, look at my phone. It's just going crazy right now. So it's saying I'm calling, but I'm not trying to call nobody. I'm just trying to get back to the chat. And so I don't know what's happening here. It's still calling. All right, so where's the chat? Let's see what we got going on. Y'all forgive me. It's just a lot, so we here. All right, so Kevin the Dallas Way, as long as I'm not hurting nobody. Okay, so I did see the last message. All right, why is it not letting me in the chat? Why are you not letting me in the chat, please? All right, so I'm back in the chat, y'all. So a free spirit calling for help, reaching out, need for help, backup, and admitting your needs. So for some reason, I feel like everybody being tested because this is a test. That's my son. My son saying, "You get my text?" No, I didn't get nobody's text. Let me see. We about to have a baby today. Zamer, guess what? The funny part is, I already knew that. I got wish call over here. I done told them. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm steady talking, just thinking I'm tech. Zamer, I'll talk to you in a minute. Matter of fact, y'all, I gotta go. Let me just deal with what I gotta deal with because right now it's a lot all over the place happening. Or no, they said no. Okay, so no. All right, Zamer, give me 1 second, y'all. Keita, didn't you remember me telling you that that was gonna happen sooner rather than later? I told y'all, and it's actually happening the way I said. Yo, I'm cracking up. I'm excited. Congratulations, son. All right, so where am I at? Y'all, I'm excited. I see. And tell her I'm here in spirit, but I knew that was going to happen. I've been telling my friends that that was going to happen. Zamer, everybody saying congratulations. But Keita, didn't I tell you? I told you he was coming early. I said I knew it. Yo, I've been predicting this whole entire thing. I knew what it was. I knew when it was coming. I knew what sign it was going to go under. Yo, look at spirit. Look at spirit coming through. Come through, spirit. Yo, I'm excited. Okay. All right. So spirit said no. We still here on the interaction. So apparently it must be something that we got to get out. All right. Let me clear this energy real quick. 20 people here, 17 likes. All right, so her last day in the light. Unexpected endings, surprise changes, and sudden gifts. Sudden gifts coming out of nowhere. All right, so something that has to come to an end. Zamer, everybody saying congratulations. I love you, son. And I'll be off if you, well, you probably can't talk anyway, can you? Especially in there. Her last day in the light, unexpected endings, surprise changes, and sudden shifts. A powerful energy shift. So something's starting. We got new life to the chat, new life in the chat. Anti-hero, maverick, risk taker, or rule breaker. Okay, hold on, something, because I saw something else too. There was a message, another message. Yes, I want pictures. All right, I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. All right, so 81. All right, so 81, and mind y'all, I'm looking at 81 right here. So 81, 81. Let's see what's happening. All right, so another message came through, but I somehow missed it. And let's see what happened. Alrighty. Let's see what happened. Where is it at? All right, so something about a message coming through, and maybe there's a message. It's just basically letting me know that you got a message, that maybe you didn't receive the message. You may have known that the message was supposed to come, but I don't know. All right, so let me do what I gotta do, because there's something that I see that I think I need to look at. Seduction, allure, desire, and manipulation. All right, that was in the reading yesterday. Somebody craving your attention, and I said also about obsession. So somebody or something, because I said energy attachment, being obsessed with you, craving your energy, or like I said, helping you. But again, it gave me the other side. Like if you knew that there was something that you did that could potentially damage your future, on one hand, then you trying to make sure that everything is okay. So it would be like time travel, but I feel like interdimensional time travel. And I don't know why I get like teleportation. It's giving me Star Trek vibes. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I don't know if y'all watched Star Trek back in the day. And you know when the man used to be like, beam me up, Scotty. Like they would like beam down to the planets or where they wanted to go to, and then when they was ready, they would hit their little side pocket comm or something, and then let them know we ready, and they have to have the coordinates. But if they lost their, I think it was something that they had on them that let you know or gave them a signal to the person, from the person to the ship. Because I also hear motherboard, and I don't know if the motherboard, that's like, could be a computer too. So something about the motherboard. Healing waters and air magic. So tapping into your inner magic, but I feel like that's giving spiritual bath vibes. Also, we got ground and centering. So ground and centering. I feel like all the usual suspects again. But it comes to spirituality. Like when grounding is important, it's like tapping into, what is that? It could be like the last Avatar or the last Airbender, but it's given last Avatar. So mixing the Avatar and the Airbender together, voila, you got everything that you need. So it's like concocting something, so mixing something together, but it all works. So it's like the thing when I tell people I'm a collector, so I collect things. I don't know why my hands dirty, but let me let y'all know I did wash them. So I was doing messing with candles. That's what I was doing, messing with candles before I got in here. And y'all know it be having the black stuff and all that mess on them because I got like 9 million of them set beside me. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm ready for 5D transfusion. Well, I'm not, because 5D is like, you know, I'm trying to still figure out about this 4D thing, because yeah, I want to know what's over there. And I want to know why everybody keep wanting to go from 3 to 5. Hello, it's my birthday today, 3/17. Have a blessed day. Yep. Happy birthday, Pisces. Okay, happy birthday. Ground and center, progress and wishes. Okay, so well wishes, happy wishes. Well is also water. So dealing with that, and y'all, I'm about to check out. I think I'm done here. So your well wishes, but it's basically like water, because again, we got new life here, we got happy birthday, and water is, you're born in water. Okay, so that energy, so water vibes or water magic. Happy birthday, and happy birthday. All right, let's get another message, and then we're out of here, y'all, because I got a lot happening here. We got prosperity, we got decisions, and we have honoring the past and bringing in new life into the future right here, right now. This is a blessing, okay? So relaxed energy, keeping calm, woo-saw, remember to breathe. But things are changing. So we're on the next cycle, on the next phase. Be mindful, because as y'all see the title, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, that's even in raising your children. All right, so doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, you got all your kids are, you know, bad, horrible, and I'm not just saying, I'm just saying, but you just spoiled them all, and you just gave and did and all this other stuff. I would think that on the next one you would do something different. So maybe a little bit of discipline, this, that, and the third. So just using that as an analogy, but it could be the thing. You on your 5th marriage. maybe you need to learn to be quiet, you know, or something, or whatever it is that you do that is kind of, or maybe you need to get somebody that likes to hear somebody talk. So that could be the difference as well. So the difference being the tweak that you make, or the tweaks that are being made. Okay, so that's the whole gist of this reading, and hopefully we all learn something. And I'm excited for today. So please hit the like button. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome to the new people. Please hit the subscription button. I go live in the morning between 6 and 7, no later than 7:30, inshallah, and go with God.